It tastes better out of a Funko mug. Anyways, hi guys, Top Pops here, and today we're going to be looking at a $10 Funko Pop versus a $100 Funko Pop versus a $1,000 Funko Pop. So, let's get started. Alright, so I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but I didn't know which figures to pick, and I think I've got them here today. So, the lower tiers are kind of just, I'll show you in a second, but let's get started with the $10 ones. Now, the way I'm doing this is I'm picking them based on what they're worth off of like Pop Price Guide or the Funko app. And this is pretty good. I picked some ones that have been this price for a long time, not just like, oh, they shot up today or something like that. So these have been hovering around these prices for a while now. So we've got a couple figures for each price, but let's get started with the $10 one. Alright guys, so first up here we have the $10 Funko Pop. I checked the Funko app. This one's worth, I believe, like $9 if I'm not mistaken, something right around there. And the reason this one's a bit cheaper is because this is a, you know, just a movie one. It's a Pop Movies one. It's not limited to anything. It's not exclusive. There also is an exclusive version of this one, and that's kind of what happens with the common ones as well. They'll make an exclusive version of this, and then the common version goes down in price. So this one here, this is $9 like I said, but the exclusive version of this one, the flocked version, is a little bit more than that. I believe it's something around like maybe $20, $25. It's exclusive to Target. It's a bit more, you know, detailed. It's got extra features with it, so that's why this one's a bit cheaper. So the common versions of things are usually the cheaper end, around the price you paid for it. So you know, you usually pay like $10 to $15 depending on where you're going. And this is also a series that it's just a movie, right? So maybe it's not something everybody knows, such as Caddyshack. And I mean, Caddyshack is a great movie. I love the movie. That's why I picked it up. But there is a lot of people that would be like, I've never heard of Caddyshack before. So there's this figure here, guys. This is the $10 one. I also have another example, and it's of an exclusive that keeps restocking, or you can find it pretty much every time you go to that store. And the example that I have here is 11, which is the Box Lunch exclusive. If you go on Box Lunch's website right now, I believe you can still purchase this one.
Okay, well, I guess it's not on the website anymore, but that still doesn't mean it's not $10.
This one's actually exactly $10. I checked the Funko app. And so this is the 11 with her hair slicked back. This is from Stranger Things Season 2. And she's got Eggos in her hand as well. So I like the figure. It's a great one. That's why I picked it up. But yeah, this is one that didn't get any more expensive than you paid for it. Actually, I don't know. Our Box Lunch exclusive's $12.50, so I think it's a little bit cheaper than what it would be to buy it in the store. But still, it's a great figure. I like it a lot. It's just that it's not worth any more than what you paid for it. Alright guys, so getting into the $100 ones here, we have some other ones that I think are pretty cool. So let's start with the one that's exactly $100. This is one that I picked up a little while ago. I think I paid a little more than that, maybe like $140, but it's at about $100 right now. So here we go here, guys. This is the Golden Freddy Idol. Now you can see already that this figure is a lot more high-end. It looks a lot nicer. I mean, with these ones, the boxes even look nicer on this one. This one here is, you know, just got the cardboard on it, but this one here actually has like a foil to it. And that's not all of the $100 ones. It just happens to be this one here, but it does make it look more premium in a way. You guys can see the Funko almost has like, it's like very shiny and stuff like that. It makes it look a lot better, especially it's gold as well. Now, one main thing with this one here is that they're mostly exclusive to conventions or somewhere where it's not everywhere. Like an example of that one, which I'll show you in a second, is an exclusive where it's only like one store or two places like in the world. So this here was only exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con, and I believe you could only get this one at Fun Days as well. I think everybody who went to Fun Days, which is a party that Funko holds every year at San Diego Comic-Con, the tickets are very limited. There was about 1,600 people that went. That's why this was limited to 1,600. And it's hard to get in, and then you get this figure for going. So it's like there's two things to it. So it's a little bit harder than just going to, say, the store and picking up a Box Lunch exclusive. You have to get into a party, and then you get this as like for going. So it's tough. But yeah, so this one here is also limited, like I said, to 1,600 pieces. It's a convention exclusive, and it's limited to 1,600 pieces. So that makes it even it's more exclusive. Plus, it's one of those ones that a lot of collectors would love to have because Freddy Funko is their mascot. If you're a fan of Funko, you're probably a fan of Freddy. So that brings a wider audience into this actual collectible as well, not just the fact that it's a Caddyshack one, which maybe it's a nicher audience than Freddy Funko in the Funko community. Now, in terms of other $100 figures. These ones are a little bit more. Like I said, this one was exactly at 100, but these ones over here hover about $100, maybe a little bit more than that, like 120, 130. But let's get into this one here. So this is the New York Comic Con exclusive Funky Phantom. Now this one is a lot rarer because it's actually 1,000 pieces, not 1,600 pieces. So that's kind of what happens. Every year at conventions, they'll have some that are exclusive to just the convention. So some of the exclusives, for example, this is the same year, Professor Quirrell, you could go to Barnes & Noble and pick this one up. So people could go to Barnes & Noble outside of the convention and purchase this. But if you wanted to purchase this one here, you had to go to San Diego Comic-Con, get a ticket, then win the lottery to get into the booth, and then if they had this one still in stock for the day, you could purchase this one. So this one here, like I said, is about $100, but it is much rarer in the fact that also there's this. If people, I don't like mentioning this, but if people buy this one, they're more inclined to buy it even if they don't know what the character is because it's limited, and then they might sell it for more after. I remember when this one first came out, it was like $250, but it has gone down a bit since then because, you know, the hype lowers a bit after the figure's been out for a while. But still, Funky Phantom is a really great figure. It's one that I picked up because I really do love Hanna-Barbera and the show. But this is why it's about $100 because, you know, it's limited, it's at the convention, you have to go to the convention and win the lottery to get it, and it's just a really tough figure overall for that. Now, what I was saying earlier with the places being limited to like 1 or 2 places, like San Diego Comic-Con, it's one place you can get this, and it's at the convention. But for this is like 2 places, I believe it was for this one. So Indiana Jones here, this one was exclusive to Disney World and Disneyland parks, and you had to go to a certain store in Disneyland to get this, or Disney World. So for this one, we got this at Downtown Disney when it was Downtown Disney, and it was a really tough one to get. It was a long line. We thought we got there early enough. We just made it in at the end. We were like one of the last people in. I actually have a video up on the channel of us hunting for this one, which is really cool. It was a really old video. My friend Quentin edited it. He had some fun effects in that one and stuff. I don't know, but it was a really cool video. And here we go, guys. We have the Indiana Jones. So, like I said, this one, after it sold out that day, it never went in stock ever again. So, people got it that morning, and then you had to go on eBay to purchase this one, or other places like Mercari and that. So, it's really tough to get stuff like this, especially with the older Disney exclusives. This was like one of the last ones that they didn't put online either. Like with the newer Disney ones, like the Dapper Dans, or what's another one that was recently, the Unicorn from Inside Out, they put them on their website so people could purchase them outside of the parks if you could not go. But for this one, this was one of the last ones where you had to go to the park to pick it up. I saw people buying like suitcases full of them and stacking them, like they had like 6 of their friends come, which is crazy. So this one has gone to a lot of people that probably resold this one, so that's why it went up in price. I think this one's like $145, but it does dip down a bit to around $100. But this is like the 3 closest ones that I could get to about $100. Alright, so you guys are probably wondering what the $1,000 Funko Pop is. Now this is one that I've had in the collection for a long time. I'm going to tell you what I paid for it and then what it's worth after. Let's just show it off, guys, because I love this thing. So we have here the 360 pieces San Diego Comic-Con 2011 exclusive metallic 9-inch Buzz Lightyear. Now the reason this one is so expensive is for a couple reasons. They don't make 9-inch figures anymore. Now you guys might be thinking, don't they have 9, like, isn't this a 10-inch figure? Don't they make 10-inch figures anymore? They don't make this size. This size is a slight bit smaller. Hold on, let me grab a pop real quick. All right, guys, so there is that Buzz Lightyear. Now, let me show you this one here. So this is considered a 10-inch figure. That's considered a 9-inch one. You guys can see here the 10-inch figures are slightly bigger, and these ones, they made maybe, I want to say, 15, maybe 10 figures in this size, and then they had lots of exclusives as well to different conventions. So it was a really tough one to get. And like I said, I got this one off of GeminiCollectibles.net, which was a site that used to sell, or they still do, but they have like rarer figures for like damaged boxes and paint flaw sales. But for this one, I was like, let's take a risk on it, see if it's really damaged, and it was not at all. The only thing that's wrong with it is there's a little extra eyebrow paint, which is honestly not that bad. So here's this figure here. I'm actually going to take it out of the box for you guys. So this is $1,000 for a couple reasons. It's limited to 360 pieces. This is before a lot of collectors started to get into Funko Pops, because this was 2011 and Funko Pops only came out in 2010. So a year later they were making these huge figures, and you know, people now want to purchase this figure, and it's really tough to get because of it being 360 pieces. I also love that sticker. That sticker is very unique, as you guys can see right there. It's like a Mickey Mouse head. And also in the back there, guys, you can see other figures that were exclusive or made into 9-inch figures. There was also exclusive versions of them, is what I was trying to say, of a metallic Steamboat Willie and a metallic Maleficent, and then also there was like different colorways of the Steamboat Willie as well. There was like a blue and purple and yellow one, which is pretty cool. Kind of like how they did the 90th anniversary Mickey Mouse ones recently. But let's pop this guy out of the box, guys, before we get out of here, because I really want to show you guys what this one looks like. I don't remember the last time I took this one out of the box. I'm never going to sell it. By the way, let me tell you how much I paid for it. To tell you guys how much I paid for this, I didn't buy it. My grandfather bought it for me for Christmas one year, and I was just so excited about this. He said, pick up whatever you want, and then I said this for 50 bucks, and he was like, sure, why not? And every time I tell him how much this thing's worth, he's like, sell it right away. And I'm like, no, I could never sell this because you bought it for me, and it's special. It's a sentimental piece in a way. So here we go here, guys. This is the 9-inch Buzz Lightyear, one of my favorite figures in the collection. I love this thing. It's so cool. Plus, guys, you can see here there's like small things. Like there's a little nick there. Some paint looks a little off there, but nothing like so bad that I would say I don't want this, because it just looks really great. So if it's going for about, like, I think it was going for like $1,200 at the time, I would say I could probably sell this for around $1,000 because of those tiny paint flaws, and maybe the box having a little bit of shelf wear, but nothing major on this figure. So alright guys, so there we go. That is my $10 versus $100 versus $1,000 Funko Pop. Let me know, guys, if you guys want me to do this again with different ones, because I could do like a $3 versus $30 versus $300 figure. I think that could be cool. But I also want to do more videos like this where I show off older figures that I have that are some of my favorites in my collection, especially like this Buzz Lightyear here, which means a lot to me because it was from my grandfather. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. But this has been another episode of Top Pops. Popsters, thanks for watching.